Today, our topic is to solve a problem on LeetCode, and today our topic is to find the longest common prefix. What is it means that here we have three elements of a list, strs, and we have to find the prefix. Prefix means the words coming before, okay, not after. Just like not er is coming after, and fl means a prefix coming before, okay. And we have to return the common prefixes like ff is common, and along with ll. So fl is common in all the elements of this list, so we will return fl. Similarly here, we have dog, racer dog, sorry, race car and car. Here nothing is common because in the element 1 we have d, in the element 2 we have r, and in the element 3 we have c, first element. And all of these are uncommon, so we will return empty string, okay. So this is the problem today we are going to do something with, and we have to return the function which will we have to write a function which will return our string just like fl, which is common enough, okay. So we will proceed to our code now. So here we will start. First of all, we will we will return a string if there is no commonality, okay. And if the string is or list is empty, we will return empty string. So we will write a code for this. If strs, sorry, if not strs, it means that if there is nothing in strs, and which is a list coming as a parameter, and if it is not strs, nothing has, means it is empty, then we will return empty string, like this, okay. So here, else, first of all we will find the length. Why we are finding the length? We will find the minimum length. I will tell further why I'm going to find the minimum length. So minimum length equals to main len. I will use a for loop for this, for as in strs, okay. So I'm running a for loop and returning the length, and from which minimum function will get the minimum length and will store here, okay. Now I'm using that minimum length because I have to compare. Let's suppose here flow. If I will compare flower with the flow, the elements in flower 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Flower has 5 elements, okay, and here flow has only 4 elements. So I cannot compare flower with flow because it will giving me index error. Because whenever f will compare with fl will compare l, o with o, w with w, and when e will compare with what. So when this happens, flow will give us like index out of range error. So I will compare that element which is least in length, okay. So first I will find the length, just like flow length is 4. So I will compare only 4 elements of flower, okay, not all the elements of flower, so that I will not get error like string out of range, okay. Now let's start. We will find the length of string, sorry, list as alien strs. It will store the length of the total list. Now we'll find 2 equals to strs 0. Why I'm doing this? Because I'm going to compare 2, and what is 2? The first element of the list. I will compare this to element this and element this, okay. And why I did minimum length? Because I have to compare only 4 characters of flower, okay. Because one of the element in the list is 4, and we have to compare only 4 elements, so that we cannot get any error like string out of range you are comparing with, okay. Now I will make a bool like true to see that if there is no let's suppose f compares with f, and f is common, so we will get f, and l is common in both, we will get l. Now o is common in those and not in this. So if such like happens that something common in 2, not 3, so we will return false, okay. For this I'm using case equals to 2. Now I'm going to run a for loop. For I in outer loop will have the first element, and the lower will have the other elements, because I have to compare this with this and with this, okay. So I'm using for I and using range variable, because I have to run for loop, outer for loop, only the minimum length time. Why? Because here is an element which is have minimum length and only 4, so I cannot compare these all elements with this, because it will give me index out of range error. So min length, okay. So here I'm doing a for loop again, for j in ln, sorry, strs, okay. Why I'm doing here strs? Because I want to compare the remaining 2, okay, with this one. So strs, and I will apply for loop because one is already I stored in two, so I will get element from one. Okay, zero index element on zero index already stored in two, so I will start my inner for loop with one so that I get from there one here and two here. Okay, so I will get from one colon, and I'm letting it written here because I want to go to the end of the list. Okay, here that starts now. Now I'm going to make a comparison. If 2i equals ji, what it will done? Okay, I'm telling you. Wait for a minute. Count plus equals to 1. Okay, okay, okay. Here I have to make variable count. Why I'm writing here count equals to 0? Because whenever the for loop completes, next for loop will start. I want the count will become 0 because for the when this will execute, this one will execute, count value increases like 2 or 1, and I have to show that count again becomes 0, and from there further proceeds. Okay, acha. Okay, why I'm doing here 2i? Because here 2 is like flower, first element. Okay, first element index I is equals to 0 here. So 2 flowers, first index of flower is f. F will compare with ji. Here j is strs, first index. Str is your index, str first. Here first index is this. So F will compare with ji, means flow index 1. So F will compare with F. Now if both are same, then count plus equals to 0. And what we will do, if both are not same, L, if 2i is not equals to ji, okay, then what will happen? We will like case equals to false, because if there is no comparison, like if f is not equals to f, we will not proceed to further commonality. We will break the code because we don't need to go further, because we have to return prefix, not postfix. Okay, so count equals to false, and we will break the loop. Okay, break, and one will come out of this like here. So we will make a comparison that if count plus 1 equals to like length. Okay, why I'm doing here, I will tell you. Wait for a minute. Then we will make a prefix variable plus equals to 2i. We have made not, so here we will make prefix string. Okay, what I did here, so I already tell you here from here. So why I'm doing count plus 1, because I am comparing this from this. Okay, so if this will compare with this, then 1. If this will compare with this, count plus 1, 2. Okay, but length of this list is 3, because I'm comparing only those two with this. Okay, so count plus 1 equals to this, because we consider it as a common, and we have to identify that which is common with this. So I'm going to do here count plus 1 equals to length, because count is 1 if this equals to this, and count will 2 if this equals to this. Flower equals to flight. Okay, so here, and if this happens, then 2 index 0. 2 currently 2 has flower, and I is equal to 0, so 0 index of flower is f, so prefix will have f. Okay, but if first we'll check if. Okay, if case equals false, then we have to break. Okay, break case equals to false. We will not proceed to further. We will break the inner loop as well as outer loop. So for this, I'm using case equals to false, and then breaking the inner loop. And if case equals to false, and I'm using here break to outer loop. Okay, and when the loop runs and all the completed, we will return prefix. Okay, and if there is nothing common, then because we already initialized the prefix with default like 0 and nothing, so it will return prefix as nothing happens, nothing commonality happens. Okay, so what I'm doing, I will again tell there, I think nothing need to tell further. We have to compare that fl equals to fl equals to fl, that what is common, which will common, we will return that to crash. Okay, so if I, sorry, I have to do. Okay, so if I run this, what I will get, hope so I will not get any error, but so I'm getting an error, cannot assign expression here, maybe this means. Okay, what I do here, okay, so here I did wrong, equals, run again, and I'm getting the result. So I hope that you would like the method I'm describing.